Everything's good. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the stream. It's been a while since I've seen all of you. Sorry for the camera shake. How is everyone doing? Sorry for the little bit of a delay. I had to get some water, and I've been home for the weekend, so my ice machine, or like my ice maker, kind of froze up and had a giant ice cube in it, so I had to break that up. But let's see who all is here. We got Cinder, we got Saito, we got Tegan, MT, Luigi, Lewis, Karim, Clark. Welcome, guys. Welcome. How's everyone doing tonight? Good to see all of you guys. Saito, what's going on, man? Thank you for the membership, guys. If you did not see in the Discord, Saito also joined and became a member. Between last stream and this one, we hit our member goal for that we've had for the longest time. So now we have access to one new emote. We need to figure out what the heck we're gonna do with it. You can flex your membership. Yeah, I haven't done anything on YouTube since since you got that. I think all the lights are on how I usually have them. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing good. It's been like over a week since we had a shiny hunting stream. Sorry about not having one last Thursday. Again, I mentioned it on Discord. Originally it was just gonna be a later stream. Basically, you know, usually I stream 8 or 9 o'clock. Usually closer to 8. And then like I stream from 8 to, you know, like 9:45 or whatever, however long it ends up going, 9:30ish. Tonight it's basically an hour later just because I was tired and had a couple things I had to do. But yeah, last week what happened was basically I got scheduled to do a deployment for some of my stuff at work. Basically, like I've been working on stuff for 3 weeks. Now it's time to actually, you know, put that out there. Like it does no good for me to write code if it doesn't go into like production. And We went to put it in production. Usually stuff with this application takes like 30 minutes. I got put on it, but this one started having some issues. So we started it at 8:30. We were supposed to start at 8, ended up starting at 8:30. Just because like the person who's there to help me, since I don't know what the heck I'm doing and don't have permissions for things. Yeah, so there was some stuff going on with that. So it started at 8:30 when I planned on being done at 8:30. About 20 minutes we got most of it done, and we were on the last step, and the last step took until 11:30 at night, and then we just all threw our hands up like I give up for the night and went home. So, yeah, unfortunately the stream last week did not happen. That's why we're having a shiny hunting stream tonight instead of like the Mario Maker streams I've been doing. Good luck with them wabbits. What are you hunting for at MT? Hashtag giant ice cube. Yes, yeah. Yeah, it happens every once in a while, you know, like your ice maker, if it's cold enough, like everything kind of freezes together. And usually, you know, like if ice is moving through it, it doesn't have time to do that, but the thing is usually, like, I have my water bottle that I take pretty much everywhere that I fill with ice and then just put a little bit of water in on the top, and it lasts for a long time. I tend to, like, fill it up with ice at work just because I'm at work in the break room and stuff. And then that ice lasts until morning when I go back to work. So like, I don't use the ice machine, or the ice maker outside of the weekends, and I didn't even use it this weekend because I wasn't here. So yeah, it was just one giant block. Usually you can scoop ice out of the top of it, but I had to have the motor break it all up. And you'll make it for me. Awesome, Cinder. Awesome, yeah. So guys, in the suggestions channel on Discord, which if you're not in Discord, it's linked down below. Go there. Say what you want to be the emote. I think right now it's some kind of Regice emote is kind of what people have been thinking. So let us know there so we can get a new emote in the chat. It'll be the sponsor or member emote on stream, and it'll just be available to all Discord users to use over on Discord. I'm hunting Ho-Oh and Golden Pheromosa and Ultra Moon. Awesome. Awesome. Good luck, MT. Good luck with both of those. I got a shiny Passimian and 359 eggs. Awesome, Mike. Congrats, dude. Yo, J-Teen. Michael, what's going on, guys? Mike, how's it going? How's it going, guys? Mindless and his mindless technical talk. Oh, man. That night. So, as mentioned, I live pretty close to my office. So, like, I can come home for lunch or do whatever. But I also live near, like, sports venue. So there was a game that night, and like it starts like well after work ends, but like traffic starts getting there around 5-ish. So like I was like, all right, I gotta do this at 8. My internet at home wasn't being too fantastic. Like I was having issues getting my VPN working to like do stuff at home, so I couldn't just go home and stay home. I had to come back to the office by 8 to do this thing. Which, I live 5 minutes from the office. That should be easy. I should be able to go home, get home at like 5:15, and then like leave at 7:30 and get back. But there would be no parking. There would be awful traffic. It basically was just worth it to stay at the office, go get some food somewhere, or go get food from the cafeteria and come back. But unbeknownst to me, the cafeteria closes after normal working hours. Like, the entire floor that it's on, the elevator just will not go to anymore. And, like, the keypads on the doors won't let you in anymore. So it's like, alright, well, this thing's at 8. We'll be done by 9 at, like, worst case. I'll just go home and eat that. Then we were there until 11:30, so I, like, ate at lunch and then didn't eat again until almost midnight. That was a day where I just kind of got home, I ate and fell asleep. But at least, the next day was Friday. I got to come in late, and, like, it was great. Ever seen a Minecraft loot table randomizer? I haven't. So I guess what? Basically, like, just the crafting recipes spit out different items? Or killing enemies gives you different items. That's interesting. That could be, like, really OP, or really awful, or, like, look like it's gonna be OP and then be awful. Like, you never know. Yeah, congrats on the Passimian for sure. Got shiny Yuxi in 107 encounters. Nice, nice. Way better than my 3,000 something. It's been almost 2 weeks since your last shiny. Same. I haven't had a lot of success off stream. I haven't done a lot off stream because, like, if you've seen my schedule, I have trivia Mondays and Wednesdays. usually streams Tuesdays, Thursdays. So like, my evenings are pretty booked outside of like Fridays and the weekend. And like during work, I'm not shiny hunting. That would be very frowned upon. Like, you know, looking at your phone every once in a while is one thing. Bringing a video game console to work is a different thing for anything outside of your lunch break. And even then, like, I don't know, I'm eating for that like hour, not really bringing anything along to shiny hunt. I'd be too worried about the battery on my system dying, and I wouldn't want it out on my desk. So yeah, I really don't have all that much time to shiny hunt outside of like the weekends, and the past couple weekends I've been busy. Like this weekend, almost buying a cat or adopting a cat. When you break a block or anything that can be destroyed, the drop is randomized, so you can get Diamond Pickaxe from breaking wood. See, like, that sounds really great, but the problem could really quickly end up being that there is no item that gives you wood. Like, overall, I mean, you find out the game-breaking ones very quickly, I imagine, so there's not a big issue there. But yeah, that'd be super interesting to try out. Yo, Puffin, what's going on, my dude? How you been? Welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Work is overbearing. I mean, you know, there are good days, there are bad days. Definitely last Thursday was one of the bad days in the sense of just, I was in the office for like 14 hours straight. That wasn't fun. But it was one of the less stressful days because admittedly my part of it worked. The part that didn't work was just stuff that would have had to have been done no matter what. You know, test environments are different from production environments and things like that. Like, they shouldn't be very different, but that's in theory. And it's stuff I didn't have permission to change, so it had to be like other senior developers or like my boss changing the stuff. So I was just kind of there for the ride at that point, and like helping them with errors that I had found over the past 3 weeks when trying to configure stuff. So like, it wasn't stressful, but it was not like the greatest of days, you know? Puffin in the house, yo. Good friend just chilling. Awesome, awesome. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. It's your little blue-haired pony. I hope you find Ponyta soon. I did get a shiny Rayquaza for 92 encounters last week. Dude, Luigi, that's crazy, man. That is crazy. Yeah, we've had the Ho-Oh go really well, and then everything else has been like, you know, almost 200 as far as like our super quick shinies, like Mesprit, like Kyogre. Yeah, aside from Ho-Oh, you're a dev. Awesome, dude. Awesome. What programming languages do you write in? Usually, at least, because I know like I have like the main ones, and then there's just random projects that are like, ah, do this in this random language because we're throwing this project at you that someone who's no longer here did. You binged the entire Adam Ruins Everything series on Netflix in 2 days? Hey, nice. The show I just binged was Hyperdrive, which is basically it's basically Ninja Warrior but with cars. And it was really interesting. It was really cool. As a car guy, some of it did feel a bit like overhyped, but that's just game show kind of stuff, like the same way that Wipeout or Ninja Warrior would be overhyped anyway. UI, JS React, Google Closure. Okay, cool. Most of the stuff I've done has been like back-end stuff for sure. My whole job's .NET, so I'm doing a lot of C#, a lot of SQL stuff. Most of the stuff I did in college was like Java and Python, and that's definitely where I feel more comfortable, but yeah, everyone else uses .NET, so you kind of like are stuck in that, especially when you're like a super junior developer like I am. So it's like I'm not making applications, I'm just adding enhancements to existing ones. So I've like spent all of my allotted training time every week just reading how to properly write C#. You getting Latias and Kyogre so quickly was absolutely brutal for you. You beat me to Cresselia though. You beat me to Cresselia by a long shot. Yo, Silverite, what's going on? It's kind of late for me to be live. Compared to my old schedule, yeah. It is a little bit late compared to like the streams I have done recently, but now that I'm out of school and I'm working, I can't stream at my normal time. My normal time was like 5 o'clock, and I don't get out of the office until 5 or 5:30. I had years with Java and MySQL, PHP. See, I know everyone jokes about Java. I really enjoy it, but again, that's just. I feel like that's just because that's the one I was the most familiar with. Yeah, SQL has been a trip to learn. that one was like during my interviews, I was like, oh, do you know SQL? I'm like, I mean, I know of SQL. Apparently, that was enough for them to be like, all right, cool, you got the job. But like, all I had ever written was like a single select statement for an internship I had one time, and even that took like Googling. Speaking of dev, you're working on a Pokemon fan game, still in early development. I don't expect you to tell you to download it yet. Alright, cool. I hope it turns out. Let me know how it goes, man. You're shiny hunting for Cabalion. Awesome, Mike. Good luck, dude. Java's cool, much like C. Yeah. Yeah. I'll say I've done a lot of like Java and I said Python. I think a lot more of my like kind of side projects have been in Python. Because just, you know, it's way quicker to write in Python just because like the nature of the language and also Raspberry Pi and all that stuff. Like Python's well integrated into that, and like you kind of get pushed towards it. And there's some projects I've worked on where like the libraries only exist in Python, so I got really used to using that. And then I went back to Java and was like, oh, this is so much better. like as I said, I needed to take a break from the project I was working on, and so I swapped over to something else. I'm like, oh, this is like Java is definitely like the one I feel most comfortable with. Dislike coffee. Oh, I'm not a big coffee person. 16 and 17 when Java was released by Sun. It was for a while the de facto way to display multimedia on web applets. Yes, web applets. Yeah, I think the main reason that like Java's used like in college and universities and stuff for the courses is just like it does so much for you in the background, and the JVM obviously. Like it would be a nightmare if you had to like walk brand new like comp sci majors or like high schoolers taking CS classes through how to set up a language on their laptop, or like how to set up an environment on their laptop for something that isn't Java. Because, yeah, the JVM gets rid of all the headaches for stuff. How long does it take to learn a program? Should you start learning at home or wait till college because you want to do programming too? I'd totally suggest starting now. You know, like there's nothing stopping you, and like you're constantly learning. A, because there's a whole lot of stuff that you won't need to know how to do unless like you start figuring out you want to do a certain thing. Like honestly, half of my job's Google. As someone who like is now professionally a software developer, I Google stuff all day long. Like, so it's always a good time to start learning. There's plenty of tutorials out there online, and like if you learn any programming language before you go to college, you will have a leg up on like everyone in your class, especially for the first like semester or so. Yeah, Java was always right once, run everywhere. That was the beauty of it. That was the beauty of it compared to, you know, having to make sure it's compiled properly for each system. Stack Overflow's your friend. Indeed, yeah. Since I'm doing .NET stuff, it's Stack Overflow, and then it's all the MS, all the like Microsoft pages. Between those two, you can usually figure out what the heck you're trying to do. Oh man. Yeah, I have been learning SQL like crazy through Stack Overflow. Who's Google? It's all about Ecosia right now. Oh yeah, that's the one that that's the one that's doing the like tree planting, right? I know if Butter's the bearded dragon. Oh yeah, I heard about that. I'm glad that like Reddit has decided that he's gonna be a meme in his honor. Yeah, Tegan, what's going on? You're told once that Googling is in itself a skill because it requires you to know how to navigate search. Yeah. Like, depending on what you do, especially if you're doing programming, you very much learn what is the important thing to put into that search bar, and then how to like actually look through the links. Because just in general, it's a good skill to have because you want to be able to make sure you're pulling like credible information out. You want to make sure. And yeah, you want to make sure you're being effective at it. You're not like typing all this extra information in that's gonna like take you down the wrong path. SQL is deep as hell. Yeah, it's super powerful when you know what you're doing, but you gotta know what you're doing. And honestly, like the biggest issue I had with SQL was installing SQL Server onto my computer because it just kind of like it installs and it's there. And if no one tells you that that's how it works, you're like, this installer's broken and confusing. Because that was me. And then suddenly I realized, like, oh, you need this other, like, software to even look at the databases. Your house is full of ants. Oh, that's not good. That's not good, man. Hopefully, we can get rid of them. I know those can be a pain. The worst is, like, the worst thing with ants is I feel like when they're in your car. Like, my car does not have the greatest weather sealing, so it also doesn't have the greatest, like, ant sealing. So if I leave any food in the car, like, an ant can get in, and then they're all there. Oh god, SQL Server, yep. Yeah, that was it. Oh no, oh god. Sorry about that lag spike there, guys. I just watched my internet turn off and back on my computer. I need to figure out what that is. I'm not sure if it's a driver issue or what. Honestly, this Windows install is getting pretty old. It probably needs to be refreshed. What if Azelf takes as long as Regice? Honestly, I'd be more okay with it with Azelf than Regice. I'd be more okay with it with literally any legendary except for Regice. Because Regice, of course, is the only one where every single encounter you have to take time to, like, double check. Let's change the icon to Butters. Oh, that's neat of them. All I had seen was the post saying, like, Reddit has spoken, or r/memes has spoken. Butters is now a meme. How long did Regice take? It took almost 10,000 encounters with Shiny Charm in Yusum. Like, it was 8+ times over odds, and it's Regice, so you really can't tell. Regice is a total troll. There were so many Shinos. There were so many times where it popped up, and I got super excited, and it wasn't it. It was ridiculous. And it took from July to, I want to say October, to get it. It was crazy. Yeah, so what did you guys all do this weekend? I know I was pretty busy, pretty off Discord until Sunday night. Hope you guys all had good weekends, because I went back to hang out with Mel for the weekend, so I was, busy doing stuff. That's why we couldn't have, like, a stream over the weekend, because, I wasn't in the apartment. I use bug spray like Splatoon. It's rare as heck, though. Like, I did the math, it was almost as unlikely for it to go that long as it would be for it to be a first encounter. Like, it was like 0.007% chance of it going that long, and or 0.008 of it going that long, and 0.007 of first encounter. Mindless and Mel. Yep. She's still doing good. She's got band stuff going on. Found an ant in your bathroom, and you're like, ah. Oh, man. Occasionally, like, an ant will get in, that's fine. It's when there's, like, a line of them going somewhere that, that something's up. I got him in my apartment, the last apartment I was in. I think what happened is I went home for spring break, and, like, I was dumb, and I think I left a can that had a little bit of whatever was in it left in it, and the ants found it and somehow came up to the 3rd floor. I don't know if they came, like, up the stairs and into the front, or, like, up the wall and into the window or what, but they got in there and, like, it was just covered. So I went and I bought, like, every single kind of, like, ant trap and ant, like, poison that I could buy and just, like, nuked the place. That's why Mindless will never hunt Regigigas. It's like, we'll hunt all of them except that. I won't do that. Silverfish is the worst thing in the bathroom. I don't think I've ever had an issue with those in the bathroom. I think like the biggest thing that we usually would have is spiders, and most of the time they just kind of chilled on the ceiling. So I didn't really. I'm not like a arachnophobe or anything. So like if a spider's there, it's fine, as long as it doesn't get too close, you know. Band member and technical guy, typical couple. Ants will go for water even if it's raining outside. Personal experience. Oof. Want to play Pogo this weekend? How'd that go? I played a little bit, because I was back on a college campus, and suddenly more stuff. You know, suddenly way more stops. You have more good news? What's that, Mike? What's that? Never be a silver infestation, just occasionally there would be one. See, I personally don't have too many issues with that. I paid, like, part of my rent goes to pest control right now, so, like, that's a different story. Now it would be more of an issue. But if that wasn't the case, then I wouldn't have nearly as much of an issue with it. Yo, Juan Manuel Garcia, what's going on, dude? Welcome, welcome. You're in the middle of a project where you might finish to watch the rest of the stream. Hopefully be right back. All right, good luck with the project, man. Hope you're able to get it finished. Love to hear how it goes. Haven't played Pogo for like a year and a half now. Suddenly you are. I played it when it first came out, and then I didn't play it until like last October. Basically, as soon as like they mentioned that Melton Melmetal were going to be Pogo exclusive, I made a new account and started playing again. You've reached 200 subscribers, dude. Mike, congrats, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's a big milestone. I remember when I hit that. That was like the night I had my first raid, and like the raid's what boosted me up like 30 subs or something to hit 200. Dude, yeah, 200 is like a big mark, because obviously you have 100 where you hit the triple digits, and that's like the first tier where YouTube starts to be like, okay, you actually have some more features, you have a legitimate channel. And then from there, yeah, you hit 200 and like you've doubled it, and then that's where it really kind of starts feeling. So awesome, dude, Mike, congrats. Imagine having a hamster infestation. I'd be okay with that. I like hamsters. You love Animal Crossing, but you can't because of the bug. The bugs are disgusting and they freak you out. Fair, fair. I feel like everyone has that thing in games. You're playing a modded Minecraft server, and little did you know one of the mods made mobs realistic and spiders were ack. Oh no. Just like a resource pack to modify the textures and make them look more real. That'd be unsettling. Once in a nightmare, like 1,000 tarantulas in your room. That changed you as a man. Tarantulas would be a bit different. Tarantulas are a different thing entirely. Like, I know that they're not super dangerous to people, and I can rationalize that, but, like, it's a big spider. Insects are so cool. I was definitely the kid to play with frogs and bugs and stuff when I was little. And just run around the neighborhood with my friends because like there were woods and stuff. And there were always like toads and frogs and like caterpillars and stuff like that. Spiders and bees are cool, but you still have arachnophobia and entomophobia. So just avoid every bug and spider. Fair, fair. Like bees and stuff are cool, but I was stung by a yellow jacket one time, and like I was like, that's enough. I don't need that anymore. So if the bug can bite or sting me, I tend to like, try to keep a bit of a distance in most situations, just for the sake of like not wanting to get stung. Like that's usually the thing there. But guys, I have to talk about this cat that I almost got. The one that I posted about on Discord, like, y'all, I was so close to getting a cat. Like, I'm not usually a cat person, not in like that I don't like cats, I'm just more of a dog person. Like, you know, I'd always like, if you're in the pet store or something and they have like dogs and they like puppies and kittens out, like, I'll pick them all up and stuff. Or I'm over at a friend's house and they have animals, I'll focus more on them than the person who actually invited me over, stuff like that. But like, I never thought that I'd like get a cat. And then this weekend happened and like, I was so close to having a cat. Like, if I had my way, I would have a cat. Spiders and bees are cool. Yeah. If there's a wasp within 1,000 feet of you, it will orbit you. I've definitely had those days where I'd, like, wear a bright colored shirt, and, yeah, the insects and bugs would not leave me alone. Do you think it would be rational to remove mosquitoes from the ecosystem? Like, mosquitoes are bad in every way, but every time an ecosystem is unbalanced, things go wrong. I think that's something that I think scientists are, like, researching. Is, like, how bad would it be to remove mosquitoes? Not, like, I don't think it's, like, all mosquitoes. I think they're specifically targeting the ones that can carry malaria and stuff. And, like, you know, the ones that cause severe harm to humans. Like, there are ones that'll bite you and they leave, like, a little red mark and they itch. That sucks, but it's a bug bite. All bugs can do that. You know, that happens. That happens. But, like, the ones that can carry diseases and stuff, like, can carry really, really bad diseases. Those ones make more sense. So I know scientists have, like, actually been researching that. I feel like there's an outcome to that, but I'm not sure what it was. You were a hardcore dog person until very recently when you, like, realized you like cats more and they're cuter in your opinion. See, I don't know. Like, I've wanted to get a pet for, like, 3 years now. Most of that time it was like, I wanted to get a dog. I wanted to get like a German Shepherd puppy or something. Had never had a big dog. Yeah, so I was like, alright, that'd be cool to get a dog like that. But, you know, with apartments and school and all that stuff, a dog is like a nightmare, so I just never was able to. Like, I've never been able to justify it. Now, technically, I don't have to, like... Like, I am providing for myself. I have income. I rent my own apartment. Like, there's nothing truly stopping me as long as the apartments would say, okay. And I found, like, a puppy or something. But still, it's, like, it's never been something that I could, like, truly, like, justify. Yo, Dollar Buck, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Of course I remember you. How have you been, dude? How have you been? Some insects are red colorblind. I think all of them would be. Most animals are, I think. Or a lot of animals are, outside of primates. If I'm not mistaken. Cats are jerks. They can be. I've also met really sweet cats. But, like, again, like, you know, I feel like a lot of people have gone to, you know, somewhere that has, like, puppies for sale or kittens for sale, and, like, you pick one up and you're kind of like, oh, like, I would love to take this home, but then you put it back down and you're like, yeah, I mean, that's better. Not this time. Not this time. You got Jet. Alright, see you later, Puffin. Thanks for tuning into the stream, man. Good to talk to you. Have a good rest of your night. Good rest of your week. Hopefully I see you again soon. Dad's allergic to most fur, so you can't get a cat until you're in an apartment or house. My mom's allergic to cats as well. So yeah, we were never able to have a cat when I was little, so we always had dogs. Like, we've always had, like, smaller dogs, like a mini Schnauzer, a little Morkie, which is like Maltese and Yorkie mix. Peekapoo, which is a Pekingese and a Poodle. So, like, we've always had, like, small lap dogs. So it's kind of like, I would like to have a big dog at some point. But yeah, so, like, you know, we were hanging out. I was hanging out with Mel. We went out to lunch, and then we were trying to figure out something to do for the rest of the day. It was Sunday. I was gonna be heading home. Like, yeah. So I'm just gonna tell the whole story about this cat that led up to the picture that I sent to the group or to the Discord. Yeah. So it was like, went down to hang out with Mel for the weekend. And like, you know, Saturday we were there. We hung out. We had some stuff we had to do. She had band stuff going on, so I walked around campus and played Pokemon while she had to go do that. And then Sunday, we went and got lunch, and then we were like trying to figure out something to do for the rest of the afternoon because it was like noon, and yeah, I was having to head back home at some point. So Mel mentioned, oh, let's like go to the Humane Society. Yeah, just go and, you know, play with the animals. You know, that's highly encouraged by them anyway. It's not like they would have issues with you coming in and giving animals attention. Like, that's kind of something that they like for you to do. So we went there. Apparently it was some day where they were like had this massive whole like, you know, adoption fees waived. Like it's $25 adoption fees or something. So it was like way cheaper than I guess it usually is. I don't know. I hadn't really ever looked into it before excuse me, Sunday. And so we go in there and we're like, you know, looking at there's some cats in cages. Mel's playing with those because she really wanted a cat. We went looked at the dogs. Most of them were like super hyper and barking and stuff. And we found the room that had all the kittens in it. And, you know, that's the room where most of, like, they had puppies. We kind of petted them. One lady was coming to get the one that she had adopted and stuff. Yeah, see ya, Puffin. See ya, Puffin. Have a good rest of your night, my friend. But yeah. So we get back to the kittens, and, like, I picked one of them up and I was holding it, playing with it, and it's like, aw. It was that usual thing. It was the, like, this is adorable. I would love to have this all the time kind of thing. But I don't know if I could. And eventually, like, someone else comes in and you're like, oh, I want to hold them, and, like, you hand off. They play with it for a bit, maybe you get it back, and eventually it gets tired and you put it into the cage. With the rest of its, like, litter and the rest of its, like, you know, cage mates and stuff. Welcome to Ian Talks About Animals while mildly paying attention to Pokemon. That's what shiny hunting's for, right? Not paying a super lot of attention, and you get to talk and everything. Yeah, so I put the cat back, played with a couple of the other ones. Mel had found one that she was playing with. I think it was like 4 months old or so, so it was like mostly grown, but still like a kitten. The ones that I was holding and playing with like 8 weeks old, so they were like very much still tiny kittens. Like very quickly, if I go back in like 2 weeks, it'll be like way bigger than it was like just just on Sunday. But yeah, so I was playing around with the kitten, and I put one of them back. There were like 3 in the cage. 2 of them were brothers, and one was just like another one that was about that age in the cage. We walked outside, there was like a tent that had a few more puppies in it, and we played with them for a while. Then we were walking out, we decided like, oh, let's go back in again. We went back in to the main building. I went and played with the kittens some more. And I picked up one, and it just like, I don't know. It just like it was doing the usual kitten thing, playing around and stuff, and I like picked it up, held it in my arms, and it just passed out. It just fell asleep, started purring. It was just in my arms, and like, you're not gonna like let go of a sleeping kitten. And like, so it sat there and it just slept for like an hour. And by the end of that, I was like, I'm getting a cat. Like, you know, there'd always been like the, you know, oh, it'd be cool, it'd be nice if I could have it. But like, this was like, I am going to get this cat. It was just like, it clicked. Obviously, it was relaxed. It was already trusting enough to fall asleep in my arms. And like, so I was just holding this like 8-week-old kitten in my arms, and it just slept and like purred, and I was like, oh my goodness, it was too adorable not to go through with. So eventually it was like 30 minutes before the place closed at this point. Like, we had been there most of the afternoon. Most of the time, me holding this kitten, several volunteers and like workers had walked through and were like, are you getting that cat or not? I'm like, I just went, I don't know, because I'd like drive 2 hours. Like, there were all these reasons in my head. Was like, I don't know if I should. I have to like drive 2 hours with it. I have to do all this stuff. And like, eventually, I was just like, I'm getting this cat. So I went online because all the application stuff was online for it. Filled that all out, got it submitted. There was like 15 minutes until they closed. I'm holding this cat, and then like, I had the application filled out. Then you just have to go to the front desk. Be like, hi, I just filled out an application. And so I like put the cat back in the cage, just like so it can rest up and eat and all that stuff. Get up the front, they go through it, and they're like, okay, yeah, so what cat? And I mentioned the Kanai, which is the name of this cat. Like, they like start looking through the database and like, someone else has this cat on hold. And like that was like the most devastating thing. I was like, no, you can't get this cat. Because I had already, in my head, was dead set. I was like, we're gonna get the cat. They have like little cat carriers to get you out the door. We're gonna go right to Petco. We're gonna buy all the stuff I need. So like we prepped, can get back home with this kitten and get everything set up. So ready to do it, so excited, and then just like denied. Turns out it would have also, even if someone else didn't have the cat on hold, it would have been a similar situation. Since the cat was so young, like they couldn't get it couldn't be fixed and all that stuff at that age. Basically, since I would have been trying to take the cat and go like not only out of the county but out of the state. Like, they don't want the cat to go that far away from them before, like, it's been fixed and everything. Like, they want to still be able to keep track of it, which is why this other person had it on hold and why it was still there. But yeah, so it was like, that was just devastating, because usually I've never gotten that attached to a cat. And, like, I've never been, like, I'm gonna get a cat kind of person. But, like, now I am that. It's like, but the problem is, it's not that I want a cat, I want that cat. And that probably sounds really, really like, I don't know, bratty or selfish or something. But like, I just like, it clicked with that cat. It's like, that's the cat I want to get, but I can't. And that's like the frustrating thing. So I just like, I've been thinking about that cat since like Sunday. Because who wouldn't want that cat? That cat was adorable. This is a great animal show. According to Cat, a strange mindless guy kept bothering him and kept it from sleeping. False. I did not keep it from sleeping at all. It slept perfectly fine. Yeah, the problem was I put it back in the cage and the other ones in the cage had gone back to sleep. And it was wide awake. It had just gotten like a great amount of rest. Don't hate them, just associate cats with being lazy and arrogant. I wouldn't say that about them. I wouldn't say that. Cats are... Admittedly, most of the time, they aren't quite as hyper as dogs. Or quite as, like, you know, ready to, like, get up in your face, go out on a run kind of thing as dogs. They're way more laid back for the most part. But, wait, why am I being called a cat killer? When did this happen? When did this come up? Hold up. I missed a lot of conversation. I've been talking about how much I liked this cat. And how much I wish I could have brought it home. Now I'm being called a cat killer. I don't know what's going on in the chat. Forget the cat. Mindless needs a lion next to him on stream. I don't know. That little tiny cat was pretty great. It's like... Basically, he was in my arm, and just for, like, reference, like, I can't hold my arm up on camera the way that I was holding it. Basically, like, from my hand to, like, here. Like, the cat was, like, that big, stretched out. It'd be great for views. Yeah, that would be great for views, I gotta admit. Being the guy with a lion, like... I would add some excitement to the streams every day. Especially if, like... I didn't feed him enough or something, and like we never know how many arms the stream's gonna end with. What could go wrong with that? Nothing. I can't see any issues. Smack the murderer out of me. Again. Where is this murder thing coming from? I must have missed something. But yeah, so I was 100% ready to get that cat. Like had actually gone up and was like going through with it, and then it didn't happen. Ian equals bad man. Hold up. This is slander. I don't know where these false claims are coming from. This is all fake news. No one pay attention to chat. Hold up. This is... what? Fake news. All of this. Fake news. Mindless Enigma and the Lost Arm. It's hard to soft reset if you don't have two hands. I guess I would have to do rubber bands. Like, there'd be no way around it. I'd have to use rubber bands. Young Lion's very playful. They're just big kittens. So yeah, they would be pretty playful. The problem is, like, they're a lot more powerful when they're playful than, like, a normal house cat is when it's playful. And normal house cats can scratch you like crazy. That sounds like a Harry Potter book. It'll be the start of my, like, 12-book long young adult novel series. I don't know what it's actually about, but that's the title. It's the title of the first installment. More like Indiana Jones and the Lost Art. That's definitely where I went with it at first. I think it could go either way, though. I think it would work either way. The Arm of Secret Truths. We had to get rid of it because otherwise we would have written them all down and it wouldn't have been a secret anymore. Ash, how's it going, my friend? Welcome to the stream. Like my shirt, I need a necktie. I don't feel like this is a very necktie shirt. I don't know, like, I just don't feel it with this one. Like, the problem I think would be most of my ties have patterns on them. Most of my ties have stripes on them, so like that clashes. You know, you can't do that. That's tacky. I still really would love to get one of those Pokemon dress shirts. I mean, that would be so cool. So cool to have. Mindless Enigma in the Chamber of Arms. That has implications. But I have, like, an arm chamber. And I most certainly do not. Necktie around the head like a headband. All ninja-like. Yo, Pokegamer, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? It's really Mindless Enigma and the itchy nose. I don't know why my nose gets super itchy. Egg's nose gets super itchy on his streams. It's just a streamer thing. Just streamer things, right? Hashtag just streamer things. And the 7 arms. I see, like, you can't have a chamber of arms if you only have 7. Like, that's not enough. It would be too empty. Good luck. Thank you, Pokegamer. I appreciate it. Not the nose. Anything but the nose. Blu-ray TV. Hey, Blu-ray. Nice. High quality. What are my thoughts on the newest Minecraft snapshot? I think these are cool. I haven't played it. I haven't played the snapshot myself, but I don't know. I think they're cool. I might have to give it a shot. One thing that I really like from it that I don't think a lot of people have been talking about, at least like as much as the bees, because bees, it's a new mob. It's like a new entity entirely and a new mechanic. The fact that dispensers can now fill water bottles is amazing for automation. Like, that was always one of the few like old school Minecraft mechanics, you know, like brewing. Brewing was like the only old school Minecraft mechanic that didn't really have a way to fully automate it. Like you could build like automatic brewing stations, but you had to fill up the water bottles yourself. So now that like you can have like the water bottles fill up too, theoretically all the way from like a witch farm through to bottles you can have, or through to like potions you can have. Bee farms look really nice. Set one up next to your house. Nice. Yeah, I'll have to give it a shot. I would love to. I would love to do this. I think you've asked about it before, Saito, kind of. Like you've asked about Minecraft streaming. I would love to do a Minecraft Let's Play series. I know I'm kind of behind the curve on that a little bit, technically. But I would love to do a Minecraft series. I just need to figure out why the heck my computer refuses to not crash. Purely chasing ants. Entei, I hope you're able to get rid of them, man. Mindless Enigma and the irritating nose. I don't think it's irritating, it's just irritated. The dispenser thing is really cool. I feel like they might go more than just filling bottles with honey or water. Possibly, possibly. I'm just really excited because of the fact that like that's one of the few things that could not be automated before. It was especially annoying with the fact that like water buckets did. So like the mechanic was almost there, just not quite. Imagine a bee as tall as Ian. That would be a terrifying bee. That's like Futurama bees right there. Still got a multi-We-Do, Cinder, We-Do. Cinder, were you here? Were you here just now for my long spiel about the cat from this weekend? The one where somehow while I was talking about how much I liked this cat, everyone was calling me a cat murderer. I don't know why. I have absolutely no clue why, but that was a thing. You were. Granddad made a texture pack with every mob, where every mob is bees. He didn't shove the Ender Dragon as a bee or not, so eventually, when you get there, you'll turn on the texture pack and see if the dragon is a bee. That would be one funky looking bee. Gave me so many book ideas. You want a 30% royalty. 30% royalty on the books. Deal. Only if they have those exact names. Soon there'll be a book series about Mindless Enigma. If someone wants to write it and give me royalties, I'd love that. Hope you get it soon. I hope so too, Michael. Hope so. We got a little ways before we hit odds, but I think we'll get it. I feel like Yuxi took long enough that these two will be okay. The Wither is a bee? Is it like a 3-headed bee? Make the book series. Woo. The hype. The hype. What kind of genre is it gonna be? We're millionaires. We're millionaires. The typo foreshadowing the fact that we're gonna blow it all. What's the main premise? You're the one writing the book. You're the one writing the book, Saito. I'm just the one getting money for my likeness. You're doing random encounters on Route 48 non-stop. Best of luck, Michael. Best of luck. So over odds for this guzzler. Where are you at, Tegan? Buying 12 books of that series. A creative writing club, and you're an Excel English. You got this. Nice. Can't wait to see how it turns out. I gotta go think about a genius marketing strategy. Alright, see you later, JT. Thanks for tuning into the stream, man. Hope to see you again soon. Hope to see you back on Thursday. Because, yeah, guys, there will be 2 shiny hunting streams this week. We got the one today, and we got the regularly scheduled one for Thursday. No deployments late at night this time around. No idea if it would be in the Pokemon world or the real world. Don't even know anymore. That's fair. That's fair. That'd be me if it wasn't for the streams. See, the Pokemon world could have issues, because the problem is Nintendo. Probably would not like a book written without their permission. about their like most popular franchise. So like really the solution is just write it really, really well so that they have no choice but to accept it as canon in the Pokemon world. And then I can live my dream as being like a canonical Pokemon trainer. If this is the Pokemon world, what region would you prefer? Probably Hoenn. Probably Hoenn. It's my favorite region after all. I don't care what IGN says. For some reason thinking of me being canon in the Pokemon world. I feel like I would stick out a lot. The best thing would be to go to the Pokemon world and be wearing like the Pokemon hat. Too much water. I say not enough water. How much longer is the stream? Probably about 30 minutes. We've been going for an hour now. So yeah, probably about 30 more minutes. Hopefully, in that time, we can find ourselves a shiny. Yeah, but... Oh man, it's like 10. Yeah, so maybe 30 minutes more. Probably more like 15. I just realized exactly how late it was, so... I still gotta do a load of laundry before I go to bed. So I need that to be done by like 11. Yeah, we got to 10 likes. Awesome. Awesome. By the way, Yohamaru, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Awesome. Yeah, if we're at 10 likes, that is fantastic. If you guys have not liked the stream, it would be greatly appreciated, as that does help YouTube promote it and stuff. It helps me get it out there to more eyes so we can have more awesome people in here like you. I think I should be able to see those stats, I believe. But I'm not 100% sure. Oh, this is... Nah, that's not what I want. Oh, that probably would be what I want. I don't know. YouTube Studio Beta is really funky, so it's hard to use. You're back! Welcome back, Juan Manuel. What's going on, man? Did I murder the kitten? Tell me it's not true. I don't know where these allegations of kitten murder are coming from, because I would never do such a thing. Like, you've seen it in the Discord. You've seen the picture, right? Like, I don't think anyone could do any harm to that kitten. How dare? How dare? I will not stand for these false accusations. The kitten is alive and well. In fact, I'm probably going to be visiting it pretty much every time I go back to see Mel until the day that the owners of it pick it up. I think I'm the only one shiny hunting right now, really. It is getting kind of late. It is getting kind of late. It's like, it's hit that one part of the day, I feel, where you have no one really online to stream. Like, Europe is absolutely asleep. It's early morning, late night for them right now. You go over, then you have to go all the way over to, like, you know, Japan and Australia to see people waking up and starting their day, and that's usually not the time that streams happen. Basically, like, the prime streaming time for whatever area the streamer's in right now is, like, dead center of the Pacific Ocean. So, like, yeah, probably not many people shiny hunting online right now. I know most of the shiny hunters that I talked to would have wrapped up about 2 hours ago or so. Until you see video proof of the kitten's heart beating. Hopefully it's still there when I go back. I don't know. I left it, like, I put it back in the cage. I was like, oh, you know, say goodbye to these guys, assuming that I was going to be, you know, taking it home with me. because I didn't realize that it could be put on hold at a shelter. Like, you would think that it would kind of be like, pick it up today or don't pick it up kind of thing. But, yeah, that's just my inexperience with that whole situation. But yeah, so it's like, at that point I was just so devastated I just left. like, I'm like, oh, is there another cat? I'm like, no, because none of the other cats are the ones that, like, took an hour-long snooze in my arms. Like, I don't know. I had to think about whether or not I'm gonna get a cat if I am not getting that one. But yeah, hopefully it's there when I go back. Like, not this weekend, but the weekend after. So, I don't know. I need to give it some more pets. Oh, I phrased the kitten falling asleep weird. It's not like it caused its death. So that's what the origin of this is? How'd I phrase it weird? It fell asleep in my arms. It took a snooze. Even had his paw underneath his head to like prop himself up. Like it was a proper sleep. Like, eventually, it wasn't even just, like, you know, close eyes and rest kind of sleep. It was, like, full-on dreams and everything. He was, like, moving his legs around and stuff. It was, like, honestly, after that, I couldn't not adopt it. Just passed out. Yeah, passed out, not passed away. Those are two very different terms. Admittedly, very close to each other in sound and wording, but very different terms. But yeah, like, I held it, and it was just kind of, like, walking around, crawling up on my shoulder and stuff, sniffing my hair and ears, and, like, looking at all the other cats that were in other cages and kennels in there. And then, like, eventually, you know, you pick them up and hold them again, because eventually you have this tiny kitten, like, 10 times its height off the ground. Not quite old enough to know exactly how to land on his feet again. So you like have to move him back down. So I just like pulled him back down and just laid down, closed his eyes, and started purring. There's a very unlikely possibility that the kitten is maybe indefinitely still alive. I think it's a very high possibility that that's the case. Thank you very much. My voice is cracking because I'm so offended by this. I remember you found a shiny Azelf, but forgot you were low on Pokeballs. Oh no, that's no good. That would be super stressful. We had to use a lot of Pokeballs on Uxie. So yeah, I can't imagine. I would be very stressed out if I didn't have a lot of Pokeballs in my inventory. I want to buy a Tarantula, but no one sells them here. They all have snakes, birds, lizards, cats, dogs, frogs, and mice. A lot of times mice are there as like snake feeder food. As unfortunate as it is for the mouse. Yeah, tarantulas seem like are like an exotic pet. I don't know how many like just pet stores have tarantulas. Yeah, there are a couple animals around here that are like illegal to own, that aren't illegal everywhere, and some of them are like upsetting because like I don't know, they'd be adorable. Admittedly, it's for the sake of the environment and the sake of the animals. Like, you know, I can't be too upset, but they're like, this animal doesn't do well in captivity. Please don't have it as a pet. You know? I have to go. Alright, see you later, Sido. Thanks for tuning into the stream, man. And thank you again for becoming the latest member on the stream. Yeah, so I have no clue where you would like actually go to get a tarantula, because I wouldn't personally want one as a pet. I don't know. like there are some pets that just like obviously you have like cats and dogs and stuff, and those are the ones that are in your house. Like they're not just in a cage somewhere in your house. Like they're in your house. Like they can wander wherever you let them. And then there's like, you know, rodents and stuff which are in cages, and fish and tanks, and but then like tarantulas and most reptiles are in like their own terrariums and stuff, and that's like I don't know. I'm more about the pets that I can like have cuddled up on my lap. And I don't feel like tarantulas are one of those kind of pets that you can just have out in the evening, you know? So that's where they don't appeal to me, but I know plenty of people that they would appeal to. And they're pretty neat animals. Yeah, alright guys, so like I said, I thought we were gonna go until about 10:30, but I realized that it was that timeline, that length would have been 10:30. So we're gonna go for about 7 more minutes here. We're going to 10:15 my time. So hopefully in those next, I guess, about 15 encounters, we'll find ourselves a shiny Azelf. In which case the stream will be longer, because it always is when you find a shiny right at the end. Those are when they're the most. That's when they become the most the struggle to catch. Is when like you thought you were done, and instead you gotta spend 20 minutes catching it. 7-minute itch. Realize that the donation money sign looks like a demonetization sign. Oh, silly YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I haven't had as much demonetization issue recently, so I feel like my channel has fully come out of YouTube's like watch list for their, you know, suspicious channels. So I know I definitely was in it for a while, despite it being a mistake on their part and everything. Like that's not the kind of thing that just goes away. That's one of those things where it's like, well, they were flagged for some reason. So, but yeah, I remember there were a couple times where like stream highlights got demonetized, but the stream they were from did not, which is always a weird thing. But I don't know, my channel's not the one to have like an immediate influx of viewers like, you know, a lot of the bigger channels do. It's like, you know, they all like, it's a pretty steady flow for like a week or so, that like the views for a video come in and then they like, you know, disappear, or like then it trickles out after that. So like when they're flagged for like an hour, it doesn't affect me like it does for other people. These ants, dude, ants can be like, the problem is there's just so many of them is the thing. And most of the ways that you can like get rid of ants require them like continuing to come in for a little bit before they leave. Ugh. You know, because like most of the time when you put down ant bait, it's like something that attracts more ants. So that they like, you have more ants come in initially, but then eventually they all take this poison back and the whole colony starts to be affected, and then they eventually die. Hunt simultaneously with Pokemon Let's Go. Oh, you're doing a hunt yourself? Awesome, awesome. Going from Mewtwo? Good luck with that. I haven't done any of the legendary shiny hunts in Let's Go. I don't know. Let's Go has been like a funky one for me with the shiny hunting. Just because like they can run, and that is terrifying. I'm not prepared for that. So yeah, I haven't done any like big shiny hunts in Let's Go. I've done a couple, but my predicament is I like to catch everything in Pokeballs, and then I also like to I like to catch everything in Pokeballs, no matter what extra difficulty it adds. I will attempt to catch it in a Pokeball. That has resulted in a shiny fail in Let's Go, which was super unfortunate having that Psyduck fail. Never played Let's Go. I'd say it's worth playing. It's worth playing. It was a nice little mix-up compared to what, you know, they usually do and stuff. But at the same time, like if Kanto is not your favorite, it's probably not going to be your favorite game. I think it was good. I think it was kind of a good like holdover-esque game between like Gen 7 wrapping up and Gen 8 coming out here in now only a couple months. Like, we're getting close to the... We're getting close. We're getting close to Gen 8. Less than 3 months away now. With 124 encounters. Awesome, awesome. Best of luck. Hope you're able to find it really quickly. Do you have the shiny charm or not? Because I know that helps out a good bit with Let's Go. Excuse me. I'm getting a bit sleepy. Ants gotta catch them all. Yeah, make your own IRL Pokemon game just using ants. This is how bug catchers actually come to be. It's not that they really want to be bug catchers, it's just like they had to get rid of the bugs somehow. And it was more effective to train them up to battle than it was to just get rid of them. Dynamax Caterpie. That would be the best. Ultimate Pokemon right there. Full heal on mindless, no longer sleepy. If only. If only. Part of my issue is that, I think I've talked about this before. I am very much not a morning person. Like, if like my body was able to like, regulate when it wanted to sleep, 4 a.m. to noon is when my body would just like want to be asleep. And the problem is, even if I go to bed, like, even if I wake up at, like, 7 a.m. for work or something, I'll be exhausted until, like, 2 in the afternoon. And then I'll wake up. And then despite having woken up at, like, 7 a.m., I won't be tired until, like, at least 1 a.m. The problem is, then, you get in bed at 1, and, like, you fall asleep at, like, 2. Just... At least for me, that's always the case. I end up looking at my phone, which is admittedly not good. And you do the math, and that's 5 hours of sleep. That's not a lot. And you're waking up way before your body wants to, and like that just like, it falls apart so fast for me. I'm Batman. I'm just nocturnal, I guess. Alright guys, we're doing one more encounter here on Azelf for the night. Hopefully we can somehow get a shiny in that time. That would be fantastic. Otherwise, we'll be back with more Azelf hunting on Thursday. But yeah, so my problem is, like, I can sometimes get myself into that earlier sleeping routine. Going to bed around 11-ish, waking up at, like, 7-ish. I can sometimes get that to work. But the problem is, if it breaks, it just breaks. Like, I will suddenly sleep through all of my alarms. Nothing will go right as far as that goes, and like, I'm late for work. So it's kind of difficult there. Your butt man. It's like, it's Batman's cousin. Yo, Rock. See you, man. What's going on? How are you doing today? Welcome to the stream. Unfortunately, that was the final encounter for the night. Like I said, we'll be back on Thursday with a bit more hunting. I do have some stuff I gotta do before I head to bed. Laundry and stuff, so I have clean clothes for work in the morning. But thank you to everyone who came out, listened to me ramble on about this cat that I wanted to get. I will probably be bringing it up more and more. Yes, Batman's cousin. Actually, like the second in line to the Wayne estate. But yeah, so thank you again, everyone. Thank you again for all tuning in. I will see you all again on Thursday. So until then, take care.
Any ideas?